Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Welcome to English live streaming session for today. I am Miss Gadiza and I am not alone here. I am accompanied by my friend, Miss Ika. Hi, Miss Ika. How are you?
Hi. Good. I'm good. How about you, Bugadis?
Yes, I am in a good condition. How about you, kids? Are all students in a good condition?
I think, yeah, they are all.
Yeah, I hope you guys are all in the good conditions. Right. Okay, Ibu Ika, in this
Hi.
occasion,
Hi.
so
All right.
uh, we both we both will be accompanying you, learning something interesting. So, what are we gonna do, Ibu Ika, in this occasion?
All right. So, Ibu Gadiza, before we talk more about our session today, so
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to tell you that this program is supported by Sekolahmu dan Kerja Barengan Sekolah Lawan Corona. All right.
Okay.
So, for today, we are going to talk about something related to our students.
Oh yes, for sure. And then,
Okay,
what is it about? What is it about, Ibu Ika?
so shall we move to our slide then?
Yes.
All right, so let's turn on. So, but then if I check here, our students are on already, right? As you see in the comment, Ibu Gadiza.
Yes, Ibu Ika.
All right, so let's
Oh,
put this.
okay. So, as the cover says, can books connect to other things? Can books, Ibu Ika, connect to other things?
Yeah. Well, I think yeah,
Yeah.
can book
Okay.
connect to
So,
other things, but then we have to know more. Yeah.
so let's learn together. Let's discover what can books connect to. So, please move on to the next slide,
Yeah.
Ibu Ika.
Okay. Wait.
Mm-hmm. All right. So here, before we start our lesson, I want you to know some essential agreement that we have set before. So if you can see on the slide, you can read that caution, you are entering positive zone. Please leave your negative thoughts outside. So by seeing this, I want you guys to be positive in the way you act, you behave, you respond, and maybe you type in a comment,
Yeah.
right? You can use positive and supportive
Yeah.
words, right? So that is the first one. The second one is respectful. So I believe that people love to
Agree,
be
Bukan.
listened. Yes, thank you, Ibu Ika. So the second one is respectful. So I believe all people love to be listened. So please show us some respect, right? So the third one is to be proactive. Let's create a lively environment, a lively atmosphere. So by asking and responding some questions from us, so you can be more focused on receiving the information that we share. All right. So without any further ado, let's start our lesson. We already have provided you guys
Okay.
some pictures here. So can Ibu Ika move to next slide? All right. So here, what do you see in the
Uh,
picture?
well, Ibu Gadiza, as we
Yeah.
have agreed for our essential agreement before, we can see
Uh-huh.
here in the comment that everyone started to agree with all the agreement that we have set
Yeah.
together. So all of them say,
Yes.
yeah, okay, positive mode
Okay.
on. All right,
Agree.
okay, okay, okay. Agree. Okay,
Okay, Miss
nice,
Lisa
nice.
and Miss
I think that
Ika.
we can collaborate well.
Yeah.
Now let's move on to the picture, right, Ibu Gadiza?
Yes. So here we have already the picture. That is the first one. So what do you see in the picture, kids?
Yeah.
What do you think, Ibu Ika? What do you see in the picture?
Okay. So if you ask me what do I see in this picture, I
Mm-hmm.
can say that this picture reminds me about my graduation back in 2014. It was 6 years ago, eventually. Yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
it
It
reminds me of
also,
graduation.
yes, it also reminds me of the same kind of celebration, the graduation when we were in the university, right, Ibuika? All right. I think that. How about you, kids? Do you ever experience this kind of celebration? Did you attend the graduation before?
They said online graduation, Bu
Yes,
Gadiza.
they said online graduation. Yeah, Zoom graduation. Some graduating from home because of the
Graduation.
COVID-19. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. People talk with robot. Oh, right.
Okay. People talk with robot. Students graduate online.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Bu Gadiza, how about
Yes.
we ask them, wait, here. They said, I graduated from TK or from kindergarten. So they also experienced this.
Oh, yeah. So, from this comment, we can say that my experience and the kids' experience is slightly different, right? Because I never have the graduation when I was in the kindergarten. So my first experience when I was attending the graduation, maybe in the senior high school. So that is my first one, right? So yeah, Ibu Ika, do you ever feel the same? I mean, like, do you ever experience the same like the kids? You have the graduation ceremony
I can,
when you were in the kindergarten?
right. I can say that the kids and I have a
Mm-hmm.
different experience since they
Uh-huh.
have this experience for their moving up graduation, maybe from kindergarten to elementary, but
Yeah.
I didn't have it. I was in my
Yes,
kindergarten to my
exactly.
elementary, but I have
Mm-hmm.
it when I was in the university. I think it's a quite different era, I guess.
Yes, it's quite different era. Okay, so let's move on to the next slide. Let's
All
move on to
right.
the next
So,
slide.
what
Yes.
other picture we have in the next slide? Or
Mm. Right. So, what do you see, kids, in the picture? Oh, what do you see in the picture, Ibu Ika? For me, I
all right,
see.
robots.
Mhm.
Yeah,
For me, I see there are three laptops
online.
online, right? On,
Yeah.
and then one screen, the full picture of the dean, and then the other screen is like the full, you know, the attendees, like the attendees, all the people who attend the
Okay.
event, right?
Yeah. Okay. So the dean is the one who is in the blue gown, right?
Uh-huh.
Zoom. Our Zoom meeting. I think
Yes.
Bugadiza, they
Yeah.
they have started to connect the picture
Mm-hmm.
with their experience nowadays.
Yes, because every day during this home learning, they are using Zoom to communicate, to
Yeah.
learn, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that
Okay.
this kind of I can see that this kind of picture I get also from the televisions.
Yeah. Okay, so actually, we have started to connect the picture with our real world,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm. Yes,
Okay,
correct.
okay. Now let's
Mm-hmm.
move to another slide, Bu Gadisa.
Yes.
Well, I think it's a bit delay on the screen.
I think yeah. But it's okay.
Yeah,
Don't mind it.
it's
All
okay.
right. So,
Zoom.
um, if you can see on the picture, I think that is a title of an article, Ibu Ika. Is it correct?
Yeah, this is a title or a headline
Mm-hmm.
of a news.
Yes.
So,
So it says robots help Japanese students attend the graduation ceremony. So here I'm gonna become an anchor. So I'm gonna read this news for you guys. So I hope you guys can listen it. Please go to the next slide, Ibu Ika.
uh, yeah. But Ibu Gadiza,
Uh huh.
before we read the news, when
Mm.
I read the title, it reminds me of of an article that I have read before.
What is it about, Ibu Ika?
Yeah. So it says here robots help Japanese students attend graduation ceremony.
Mm-hmm.
Before I have read the news, it says that robots help Japanese people to do their house chores.
Oh yeah, I remember that also. Japanese technology. Uh,
Uh-huh.
some restaurant in Japan didn't hire people anymore because they are using robots now to serve the customers who come, right? So
Wow, cool.
thanks,
Yeah,
cool. Thanks to technology. So to
yeah.
have a better comprehension about this one, I'm gonna read the text. I'm gonna read the article. All right.
Okay.
So there you go. Japan has always been at the forefront of robotic technology. Over the years, the androids have been deployed to work in banks, run hotels, and even serve as personal assistants to the elderly. Now, in what is being hailed as an industry first, a Tokyo university has used avatar robots to enable students to attend their graduation ceremony without leaving home. Next slide, Ibu Ika.
Okay.
Thank you. Professor Shugo Yanaka, the Dean of the Global Business Administration at Business Breakthrough University, came up with this brilliant idea after the coronavirus pandemic forced them to rethink the in-person spring graduation ceremony. Please go on.
Okay. All right. Wait, Ibu Gadisa, I think it's a bit delay to
Uh-huh.
our students YouTube channel.
Okay.
So yeah, wait. So
Okay. He told the Euronews
yeah.
Living, we knew that there were lots of students who would like to attend the graduation ceremony, but wouldn't be able to do so due to the coronavirus concern. I suddenly came up with an
Yeah.
idea of the avatar graduation ceremony. Next slide, Ibu Ika.
Okay. Okay.
And the event, which was held at Tokyo's Hotel Grand Palace on March 28, 2020, started with University President Kenichi Ome delivering an uplifting commencement speech to the students attending via video conferencing platform Zoom. Then began the virtual graduation ceremony. Wow, that was so cool.
Oh, yeah. All right. So I think we have we have to get back to the comment, Ibu Gadiza, since I
Yes.
see a lot of chatting here. I think we
Uh-huh.
started to talk about the news. All right. Keep respecting and be proactive.
Yes.
Okay. So, what can we discuss here, Ibu Gadiza?
So, please go on to the next slide, Ibu Ika.
Okay.
Okay. Please, Ibu Ika.
Yeah, it's still working. Hold on. Please wait.
Yeah.
All right, maybe we can ask the kids what is their opinion about the tax.
Yes. What is your
Cool.
opinion, kids, about the text? Angelique Godiva says, cool, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And Omar said people nowadays use Zoom or live
Yeah,
meeting.
meeting, right? Thank
Yeah.
you.
And well, actually, Bugadiza, as we
Yeah.
see in the picture, I have the text and it's a picture of myself. Well, actually, it's a
Mm-hmm.
man and I'm a woman, but that's okay. So actually, by this picture, it reminds me of our discussion in the beginning, like when
Yes.
um, I say that from the picture of the graduation with the robot,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-mm.
I say that, oh, this picture reminds me about my experience when I have my graduation. So at the time, I tried to connect the text for what I
Yes.
experienced before,
Mm-hmm. Yes, correct, Ibu Ika. So,
right?
mm-mm, correct, Ibu Ika. So, don't you guys realize that we already had discussed three ways of reading strategies? So, Ibu Ika, please go to the next slide. And then what Ibu Ika is
Yeah,
trying to connect, we can say that it is text to self connections. So that is the first reading strategy that we learned, text to self connection. So if you can see the slide, text to self connection is a highly personal connections that the reader makes between the text and to the reader's own experiences or life. So um, if you
yeah,
if you want to make a connection by using connection text to self, and then you can start your sentence by saying this story or this text or this news reminds me of blank 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 blank, for
yeah,
example. And something similar happened to me when, for example, for me, something similar happened to me when I was attending my graduation, when I was in the university. It's like that. All right.
yeah,
So that is the first one. So what's next, Ibu Ika?
yeah.
What's the second one?
And also, Ibu Gadiza, I
Yeah.
think our
Mm-hmm.
students also have tried to connect their text with their own experience, as some of them might say, the picture reminds me of my graduation from kindergarten,
Oh
right?
yeah.
So
Yes.
we
You
have
true.
started to use this strategy too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
So it's kind of easy, right?
Yes.
Okay. So we move on to the next one, right? Which is after we have text to self, now we have a connection between text to text,
Yes.
right?
Text to text
So,
connection.
uh, yeah, I remember Ibu Gadiza when you told me about the article.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I read the title of the article that you have prepared about the
Yeah.
robot Japanese, and then I tried to connect the article with the news that I have read before. When I said I also have read the same news about the robot in Japan who help the people there to do their house chores. So
Yes.
this time I connect the text that you have prepared and the text that I have read before, and it's
Mm-hmm.
make a good or better comprehension of the reading itself.
Yes. Yes. From I know that Ibu Ika has tried to connect the text to text, and then I can conclude that from the sharing, we know that um you know Miss Ika share about the Japanese robots who help the reading sorry, the house chores, and then I said already before that Japanese robots help to serve customers in the restaurants, right? So this one is called text to text connections. Please go to the next slide, Ibu Ika.
Yeah.
Yes, text
Okay.
to text. If you can see in the slide that text to text connections reminded of other things that we have read, other books by the same author, stories from a similar genre, or perhaps on the same topic. So, if you want to make the connection with this text to text connection, you can start your sentence by saying, this book reminds me of, for example, book A, because you can explain it, you can elaborate it. So, the next one, this character has the same, it could be the same problem, it could be the same introduction, it could be the same what is it, solution, for example, that I read about in a story last year, example like that, right? Okay, so that is the second
Okay.
one. What is the third one, Ibu Ika?
Okay. Ibu Gadiza, hold
Yes.
on. Before we move to the next slide, how about
Mm-hmm.
if we ask the students about the text that
Yes.
maybe they have read before related to the robot? Let's see what they are
Mm-hmm.
saying in our comment chat. All right, so guys, have you read the same text? Maybe the same news, or as Ibu Gadiza mentioned
Mm-hmm.
before, the same topic maybe about a robot. Maybe let's have their ideas, Ibu Gadiza. Come on, come on, come on! You start typing. Yeah, please chat whatever you need, okay? I mean, chat the things that related to our discussion. So again,
Yes.
Ibu Gadiza and I ask you again about the text that you have
Mm-hmm.
read before with the same topic.
With the
I read
topic.
a text about robotic pet. Yeah,
Yeah.
Aslan. Aslan said I read a text about robotic pets. Okay, and then what else?
Azza said my
Another article
national.
about
What is it?
robots. My national. Oh wait. It's a
Okay. Alina said the
geography
robot
books about
reminds
robots.
me of a video of a robot that looked like a real human. Alina says like that. Whoa, thank you.
Uh, Kirara. I have saw a comic and there was
Yeah.
a picture about robot
Picture.
surfing restaurant. Or
Yeah.
is it the same book that you have read before, Ibu Gadi?
Maybe we have the same topic. We have read the same topic, maybe.
Yeah, yeah. I read a
Devi
story about robots
Wipular.
helping. Okay, what is that?
In some hospitals for the corona people use robots to serve food to them. Wow.
Wow.
Yes, good.
Wow. Is it a book or yeah, okay. So I think robots taking over the world.
Whoa.
Asia, read robots cleaning up house. Yeah, that's the thing that I read too. Mm-hmm. Oh, Amira said it reminds me of an article about two kids who could build robots.
Whoa. And then
Okay, I
Akmal.
think they also have
Mm-mm.
Akmal.
Yes. Next slide, Ibu Ika. It's
Okay,
about
so
text to
now let's
world.
move on to the next slide.
Mm-hmm.
Text to world. After text to self, text to text. Now we have text to world. Well,
Yeah.
let's let's get back again to our beginning of discussion when we saw the second picture, as we have three screens and the meetings, and then, well, it just remind us again that this is our condition right now. We have
Yeah.
Zoom meeting for our learning, so we said that okay, it also happened to me, and also we can relate it to the condition of the outbreak this time. So because of the outbreak, because of the coronavirus, we have to have the online learning, right? The same like
Yeah.
what happened to the article, Ibu Gadis. Because of the pandemic of the coronavirus, the students cannot have their real graduation. So they also have the online graduation by using Zoom, right?
Yes. Correct, Ibu Ika. So so
Yeah, so
from
that's text to world.
yeah, this is the last strategy that we can use to connect books to other things. The third one is about the text to world. So if we can connect our, the second picture, to remember the Zoom that you set before, Ibu Ika, and then we can connect to our
Yeah,
condition right now. It happened to us. Mostly it happened to us, right? So uh, that is the example of we are trying to connect the text to the world. So, meaning on the slide, you can see that text to world is the larger connections that a reader brings to a reading situation. We all have ideas about how the world works that goes far beyond our own personal experience. And we can also find, the text, I mean like the experience through the televisions, the magazines, the movies, or even the newspapers. To start the sentence,
yeah.
if you want to make the connection to start the sentence, you can say that I saw a program on television that talked about the things described in this article, for example. Yeah. Or if that happened to me, what would I do? I mean, like, what would you do, guys, if this happened to you? Right? You can also give your own opinion. Right? So, that
Yeah.
is, we already have discussed the three ways of reading strategies to making connections, right? So please move on,
Yeah.
Ibu Ica.
All right. So after we have um,
Mm-hmm.
known the three strategies to connect the text with other things, which is self, text, and the world,
Well,
now let's have a practice. Yeah, let's have a
yes.
practice. Wait.
Whoa.
It's still green. The text reminds me of what we are experiencing right now. Yeah, true, Ibu Andini. And take with that. Wait. So before we start, okay, now it's on. What picture we have here, Ibu Gadiza?
I see the TikTok logo from,
Yeah, TikTok.
and you start
So, are
dancing.
we going to make a
No, no, of
I
course
love
not.
dancing.
I know you love it.
Okay, TikTok is a social
Kids also
media,
love it.
right? Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why I said in the beginning that we're going to bring something that close to our students.
Yes. It's about TikTok because
All right.
from
So,
my experience when I was having the Zoom meeting, so I can see that some students are dancing, right?
oh,
Some doing the TikTok dancing, right? So here we go. This is the text about TikTok. Can I read, Ibu Ika?
all right. You can read.
Okay. So, there we go. This is the text about TikTok. I hope you guys can still listen to me while I'm reading it for you guys. TikTok is a free
Yeah.
social media application that lets you watch, create, and share videos, often to a soundtrack of the top
Mhm.
hits in music, right from your phone. It was
Yeah.
originally available as Musically in the US, but was rebranded when the two applications merged in August 2018. With more than 100 million users, TikTok is incredibly popular, owing in part to its slick mashup of features from other kid favorites. As with the lip syncing application Dubsmash, users can watch and record videos of themselves lip singing to popular music and sound bites. As they did on the now defunct Vine, kids can create short, shareable videos ranging from funny to serious. And just like YouTube, TikTok is an interactive world of videos that lets you connect with friends and admirers through likes, comments, and even duets. Yes.
All right. So that's all the news or the article about TikTok. Now let's invite our students
Mm-hmm.
to connect the with themselves or maybe with another text that they have read before or even to the
Yeah.
world. Let's ask them.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Abisa Aramia said TikTok is popular now. Right, so I think here Aram is trying to connect it with the world.
Yes. And then Amira Haika Kamil also said TikTok reminds me of Musically,
Oh,
right? Yes,
musically, yeah.
Musically.
So
So she tries to connect it to the world, right?
yeah, okay. And then also Imtiaz Altaf Bashuni. TikTok is a copy of YouTube, but it's followers, not subscribers. Yeah, right. Or Ibu Andini, this TikTok text is similar to an article I have read about TikTok and how TikTok is made by Chinese people. Oh yeah, so it's actually made by Chinese people.
I
Yeah, I have
see.
read about it too. Yeah. How about trying to connect it with yourself, guys?
Have you ever do that? Have you ever done that?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, you can start your sentence by saying the article reminds me
Remind
of.
Kalfani Dasyaryadi,
Okay,
TikTok reminds me about imagination video.
okay, imagination video.
Imagination
All
video.
right.
TikTok makes everybody
So Freya.
happy. Yeah.
Okay, and Freya says there is some account that is not good for kids. That's why kids cannot have one until 13 plus. Yeah, that's true.
Yes, that's true.
Maybe as far as I know, if you want to have this account, you have to it have to be managed by the elderly. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
How about connecting the article before with the world?
With the world. Yes. Try to connect it
Oh,
with the
this says
world.
here, Almer, yeah, Almer Sayed Shahir. Almer said that Corona makes TikTok hype, but in my opinion, not in a good example. Well, it's I think I agree with Almer because once I also have I have seen a TikTok video about how to wash hand properly during this coronavirus,
Virus.
during this
Yeah.
pandemic. Yeah. All right. Okay.
TikTok is super popular
Well,
by
actually,
now.
why? Uh-huh. Okay. So,
Okay.
well, actually, why we are bringing this topic is because
Mhm.
it's kind of familiar nowadays. Yeah, we don't have any other purpose rather than to bring up something that is hype or that is
Yes.
famous or popular nowadays to talk about. So it's easier for us to connect it with ourselves, to the text, and to the world. So it's a kind. And Ibu Gadiza,
Yes, Ibu Ika.
maybe later they also can have practice with the other texts, right?
Yeah. Yes. So,
Okay.
by the way, why do we need to learn this, Ibu Ika?
Why? To be better
Mhm.
in reading, I guess.
Yes, it can say that, some researchers says that it helps the reader to have a clearer picture in their head as they read, thus making the reader more engaged.
Yeah.
So the readers also become more actively involved. And then it also helps the readers to remember what they have read and maybe asking some questions related about the text.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, are we done with our session, Ibu Gadiza?
Yes, Ibu Ika. This is we come to an end of our session for today. So, Ibu Ika and I would like to say thank you for your participation, right? So, if you have further questions, you may ask in the column section or visit our website, Sekolahmu, and find our program at Kelasmu. So, happy Friday!
Okay.
Goodbye!